I don't say so much. But yeah, Caribbean.
Karibuni. Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's
Karibuni sana.
Everybody, Sana, my bad. I'm late. I had to go grab some fish. There's a fish vendor of mine who I
I'm
get
glad you. I'm glad
from.
you were late. Shit, if you was on time, I wouldn't have made it. So it worked out
Yeah,
perfect for me.
yeah. I had set. I said I'm gonna set up the show, then come back by 8:15. But that lady had to fry the fish that I wanted, so it kept me waiting.
Oh,
And
so wait. So you get the fish that you want to fry, but chicken you can't get what you want.
yeah, that's the
Make
funny
it,
thing. Imagine.
make it make sense,
It
Joey.
doesn't. Okay, funny thing for the fish, I can pick what I pick what I want. Then the lady,
Mm-hmm.
because it's fresh and
Yeah,
uncooked, so I just get to
yeah, of
pick
course.
the pieces I want, the
Yeah.
size I want,
How
and then
about
she
that?
cooks it there for me. I know that's
Yeah. How
but
about that? That's normal.
for the chicken, I can't. Trust me, I can't do that. Ask anyone else, literally above me. You
That's
for the
crazy.
chicken, especially the KFC. I'm gonna be specific with the KFC. Just like, hey, I want KFC, and they just give you whatever is on the top. They don't give a shit whether it's the wing, whether it's
Yes.
the toes. They don't give
What? That's
a
crazy.
they don't give a shit. But Karibuni Sana family, hope you guys are doing amazing. Again, my apologies, I'm late. But I hope you guys are doing great. Your week has been fantastic. To everyone who's with us on all our YouTube channels and the radio stations, Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you're catching these amazing voices, and of course, conversation from Karibuni Sana. My name is Joby. To those who are here for the first time, and of course, we're joined by the one and only Mr. Black on Fire in the building.
How's
And
everybody doing?
yeah, we're gonna be continuing with yesterday's conversation, Project Looking Glass. So that was an amazing
Exactly.
conversation. I think that was the first. I don't want to mention it to not disrupt the conversation, but yesterday
Well,
was the first time I heard about the Project Looking Glass because I don't think we've ever talked
no,
about
no,
this.
no, I never brought it up to you. I haven't really discussed it for some years because I was, I was seeing a bunch of videos. Just like yesterday, a bunch of videos started popping up about it again when we were talking about it yesterday. Even saying what I was saying came out yet because it's always leads me to the videos. I said that's why I just released this video we were talking about
Yeah,
today, and so I was like it only caught back through my mind because I had put it away, and I said, wow, that's the GMO shit. Because what? That's why they rush the if you guys know African history and African science, you can put the puzzle together. If you don't, shout out to also Jason was put got I see a couple of videos in his feed too on TikTok. Yeah, if you if you don't know African history and science, you could never put this together. If I wouldn't know African, there's no way I could put this together. If I didn't know and you guys said you Africans hate being African. I love Africa. Our people were geniuses. I'm just telling you. So without African science, you can't put it together. African science through the great year cycle and the waking up that explains everything these wicked motherfuckers will want to do, and also about this unseen force that's your devil and your God. Your God and your devil is the same thing in your goofy Bible. So how do people start to that? The one you call your God, that's the devil. That's the demiurge. That's y'all the broth. That's the wicked motherfucker that you worship. So, but if you didn't know that through your African science, because Project Looking Glass, there was a way of them peering into a little bit of the future. If you guys didn't know, black people are naturally clairvoyant. You naturally can see the future, especially African women. African women are the highest in genetics, highest in vibration. African women, that's natural. You're not a witch. That's your nature. That's your God-given talent to be able to see the future. You're clairvoyant by nature because of your melanin content and your body. You're just a small part of the big part of the universal creator. So these
yep,
attributes you already have. So when they figured out how to do it as well, or what they called African seers, or they were called seers they would call them always uncles were always
You're breaking.
the heights. But anyway, yeah, I'm breaking. I'm sorry. I'm breaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're
You hear me
just a
now?
little bit off. Yeah, I can hear
But
you.
so in ancient times, your seers, that's why the moves are your seers and your oracles were always women. Okay? They say, I'm going to the oracle. She was the seer, right? You know, your old movies, I gotta go talk to the oracle. It was always a woman who could see the future and continue tell you what's going on because she was naturally clairvoyant. But now when white people got witches, where are witches at? Niggas in Africa, let's kill them out of witches. Ah! It's demonic, all that crazy shit, right? Which is not true. So they were able to devise through technology a way to see into a little bit of future. And if you don't know, you exist on many different timelines, right? Different timelines. So there's a poor Joby right now struggling. There's a middle class Joby which is right there. And there's a rich Joby. All on these timelines operating at the same time.
Can I ask you? Is it the same as quantum
physics? Yeah, quantum physics. Yeah, that's what I'm explaining. Yeah, quantum physics. Yeah, it's quantum physics. Okay. That's how you know it's true. But instead of changing from African science, that a white man changed quantum physics. It's African science. They know. Okay, prove that you're an illusion. You're on a different timeline. So we're quantum physics. Like when we do the double slit test, when things are waveforms, and then when you look at it, it turns back into a particle, goes through the damn slits. Okay. Yeah. So it's saying you exist on multiple timelines and multiple dimensions at the same time. And so what they found out that there was going to be a great awakening. That's how I found out through, say, African science. Oh, I'm saying the old people will start waking back up. I want to know why Africans so stupid. I mean, I had to figure out why they seem to be so stupid and gullible. What is going on? That's the question I had to ask. Why Africans just seem really stupid. I understand we were engineered to be stupid. I mean, we're just stupid naturally. And I found that, okay, Africans are not stupid. We're asleep. We're attached to the rhythms of the universal structure of things rise and things fall. So since we're an older species, we go through like when people get old, it doesn't regenerate until it has a rebirth. So a lot of people, we're an old people. So what you see around the world, you see young people, Black African people are going through something called salinity. We're like suffering from dementia until we start waking back up. As a collective consciousness, we're suffering from since we're so ancient, an ancient race. We go through cycles. We go to sleep or have a dementia period. We have a devolving period of consciousness. As Thoth told you, said, seen people get born under a lesser star. He said they come back stupid. You know what the people being reincarnated. But now he was talking about see, if you don't understand African science, you won't know what Thoth is saying in the Emerald Tablets. When he's telling you, I've seen people come back under a lesser star, meaning less energy. It means you don't have two stars because we live in a binary star system. Our sun has a bigger sun called Sirius. And so as we go further up towards Sirius, we start to get what? More energy, more light. So we start waking back up and becoming smart, and all our powers come on. We have clairvoyance and telepathy. And go ahead.
Can I distract you a little? I'm just from doing if you know, of course, you know my schedule of shopping. So every time you pay me, I'm going to be doing shopping. But I'm from doing shopping because, of course, my brother is coming around next week. The schools are being closed. And just trying to prepare of course, him being around. And then there was this white guy at the supermarket. You remember the same current situation of the guy trying to cross?
Oh, trying to cross in front of you? Yeah, that happened again?
I wanted to call you so bad, but I didn't have that all time to show you what was happening. So this white guy comes out of nowhere. I'm on the line, literally being attended to. I'm supposed to pay my stuff, right? I'm paying my staff literally. Then he's like, can I cross that lady? And then I gave him the eye. I'm like, motherfucker, you bet you do. Motherfucker, I bet you do. And then there's the next till ahead of me, like, across me, like on my left was there's these cardboards they put, like the till closed. Maybe there's an issue with
I
the
got
printer and all
yeah.
that. So the till was closed. So he's asking the guy, can I come there? Because this lady has a lot of stuff. Like, can I come there?
Oh, you can wait.
Man, I was so annoyed. I wanted to give this guy the work so bad. I'm like, so you think because you're white, you just think you can just
Of course.
open a deal?
Yeah, for you.
That thing
Exactly.
was closed as a black
That
person.
that wasn't your Karen situation. That was your Tanzanian situation.
Exactly. I was really, man, I wanted to call you so bad. I'm like, man, kid needs to see this because I was like, shit. Like, he was like, can I get on that till? Then the guy told him, nah, the till is not working because we got a computer issue and all that. He's like, oh, okay, I can still wait. But the lady has a lot of stuff, I can't.
He's still talking. Yeah, because she's in front of you, stupid. This is a line. You wait your turn, like everybody.
Man, I was annoyed. I gave him the eye look. I'm like, motherfucker. And in my head, I was like that. But I'm sorry for my counsel was, but literally, I was like, motherfucker, you wish you can. You wish you can. Dare me. Because you're going to be there in a wrong one this Friday. Dare me. Dare tell them to cross you. And I'm grateful because I think because the awakening of black people, because normally black people would have opened the deal. No, because it's a white guy.
They would open it. They would exactly. They would let him go, and just like you, they would let him go in front of you. And I got a lot of things. Yeah, I'm in front of you. You wait.
I was like, but you there? I was like, you there? You're gonna be there in the wrong one. That's
why I was looking. That's why I kept going with trying to get his white privilege. This lady has a lot of things. This is that. Yeah. She's in front of you in line. You're behind her. Yeah. You wait your turn.
I was like, you got me fucked up. You better not try me. I was even trying to slow down shit, acting like the counter guy was telling me, this is your amount. I'm like, huh? Repeat that again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Repeat that again. He was annoyed. He's like,
because he's annoyed because his white privilege wasn't working. This black bitch supposed to let me go in front of her.
I was acting like I didn't hear shit. I even asked him. He was asking myself, like, what did he say? I can't hear what this guy is saying. Like, what did he say? What's the amount? Yeah, but I'm understanding what Kitty is saying. I think like black people are on the position of understanding also like who we are. You just can't come cross me because you're a white person.
Exactly.
We're not gonna open the till because you're a white person. Like, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, but continue. Sorry for that.
Oh no, I got you. I forgot where I was at now. Where was I at? Oh yeah. So understanding. Understanding as we start moving back towards serious. Sorry for all you flat Earth morons. Sorry about that young lady I said was brilliant. That black British girl. If we give her a flat ad, ain't a flat Earth lady. Be quiet. Tell me be quiet. But I don't know. I said watch her downloads that lady. I don't know who you talking to, lady. You ain't talking to the creator. You're talking about you're a flat Earth. So fuck it. Anyway. That's that black British girl out there, that young. What about the white people? How they just get here? Where they from? And whatever. That's what I said. That young like British lady, black lady. Anyway, like I said. But anyway. So I knew there was going to be awakening happening. Said, okay, so this is awakening is going to come, going to raise the collective consciousness of black people globally, no matter what you call yourself. You want to call yourself an Indian, a Moor, Hebrew, Negroite, whatever. As black people, you're going to start waking up. You start becoming more conscious, and the babies coming back and be more conscious and knowledgeable because there's going to be an awakening. And so with the Project Looking Glass, I didn't have enough pieces when I started talking about it over 10 years ago. I just said, yeah, they got this technology that they're able to do what we can do naturally. See, the things that we can do naturally, they need technology to do it. And they tell you it's evil. They do it with technology and it's good. We do it naturally through our spiritual prowess and it's supposed to be evil. And so I talked about it, not understanding. I'm gonna show that video. Somebody said the same, and it's so funny they made it yesterday because it all finally came together. And I was thinking against it. That's why they made CERN. That's the reason for these GMOs, and that's why they put nanotech inside the GMOs and the VACCINEs. I said, wow, because this is to stop the awakening process that they already knew that was going to happen through Project Looking Glass, that they were not going to be able to stop. And we're going to be able to stop it. So what they're going to do, they're going to hijack the brain and try to stop it. It's okay. So what they're going to do is try to take over your body through nanotech. They were trying to make sure you didn't have enough melanin, because no matter what kind of 5G magnetic fields that they shot to your head, melanin would always protect you because they couldn't get through that melanin force field. So you as a black person, we're not going to be able to be dumbed down and not have a frequency upgrade. So that's when they started, I found out they started saying everybody's supposed to take suntan lotion. You put on sunscreen, you would die of cancer. You would, because everybody believes the media. In 70s, I never put that shit on, thank God. But back then they got black people. Yeah, we got to put on suntan lotion and blah. And what that was doing, it was destroying your melanin. It was destroying your melanin. I'm like, wow, these wicked motherfuckers already back in the 70s. They were plotting this because they already know there was going to be a frequency shift that's happening. So they were so then as they started getting close, that's why they started talking about GMO foods and then why are they making fake food? What's the benefit of that? They're not understanding the frequency shift. They're putting nanobots inside the food, inside the GMO crap to block your frequency. So you cannot upgrade now your frequency. So you now be stuck in their time loop, in their control. Remember, these are psychopaths, demonic psychopaths. Where they rape children, fuck them, eat them. These are demonic motherfuckers on a level you can't fathom. So they knew they were going to start losing control. See, I don't like that black guy said yesterday. He said they seen an all black world. I don't know if they seen that or not. I just know they seen they're going to lose control, and you knew black people were going to come back to power. I know they knew that. I'm not saying they seen that everybody's going to be black yet. I don't know.
I think we lost Keith. Let me know if it's me or
I'm going out.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, like I said, I don't know about an all-black world. That guy was saying, but they knew black people were going to come back into power. I knew that. I don't know if the world being all black again, but eventually it is going to go back there, period. Because these other people not supposed to exist. This is the archons making people, the demiurge. And what they call the devil in your Bible. The devil in your Bible and the God in your Bible is one and the same. That's the dirty secret. You're giving energy, you're in your goofy churches and the Allah God is the same shit. You worshiping this fucking thing is giving it your energy. Right? It's an energy swap. I got stops with shit and sends you over these videos. Because one just popped up yesterday, the guy made it just published yesterday on TikTok. Right after the show, I was like, wow, this just got published right now. Saying what I was saying. So what they're trying to do, why they created CERN was to control the timeline. And if you guys, what Doug was asking, you guys remember, we got something now called the Mandela effect, where people remember different realities from the past, right? The Mandela effect. That's them trying to distort the timelines so they don't converge to one timeline where they lose. right? And when people say, that's why everybody's memory got all fucked up with the Mandela effect, because they've been messing with what? Universal frequencies and dimensions by fucking with that CERN thing they made. And they were trying to distort reality where they can still keep control. So I said, why the fuck they building that CERN thing? But I just thought it was all, I thought we just allow other demons from lower dimensions. We know that's part of it. It's also to try to hijack the timeline so the timeline doesn't converge into one singularity, showing that they lose and the world goes back to where it's supposed to be without these wicked motherfuckers in control. That's what it shows. That's why I stopped using Project Looking Glass, because it shows that the world's going back to what Joey calls humanity, of love, of compassion, without these wicked motherfuckers in control, because they're wicked and evil. So it shows them being wiped out. And so that's the reason why they created CERN. That's the reason why they got the GMO foods with the nanobot. They're trying to stop your frequency from rising.
So
right? That's the reason.
We are at the golden
age.
Yeah, the golden age.
I don't think we're there. We're on our way back there. You think we're there? We're going our way back up. I think we're on the ascending. Put up this, Joey. Put up the images of the great year.
25,000 year cycles. Okay.
Yeah, 25,000 years. So this is an image of the great year, or called the Yuga cycle. Anyway, same thing. We took the India. The India is called the Yuga cycle.
Got it.
Same. So I think, see, these are certain ages of time. So you got ascending ages and you got descending ages. It's just, you know what the Joey shared the screen.
Share this one. I'm familiar with this one more.
Yeah, go one with it. Okay, you guys see at the top. Okay, on one side you got one of the bigger thing is the golden year. But we're down. Then you go on the right side, everything right, it's coming down. Those are the ascending. So as we go up on top, as we go down, we go from gold, which is high intelligence, right? Gold. Then we go down to silver. Then we go down to bronze. Then we go down to iron. We all the way down to the bottom. So we're going back up. We're on the left side coming back up. So we're getting out what they call the dark ages. We're going back, and you only can be African. It's ancient African science. Well, nobody here but us to do this. Well, no other people even here to even create this. You only know this through African science. Only way you know this is through African science, with nobody here but us. So the Africans could mark the ages and knew what frequencies dominated what ages. That's why they can make a zodiac chart. It's okay, this age is going to be this kind of personalities. This age is going to be that kind of personality. This age is going to be this. That's how we know we're waking back up, because we're coming out of the bottom part, which is the dark ages or the iron age, and we're going back. So we're probably in we're probably in the ascending bronze age, the light brown at the bottom from where I'm looking at the bottom left right there, right? So we're going up. So we're going to go to the silver age and back up to the gold age up top. So we're ascending. So we're ascending. So it means there's an awakening up happening. So it means it's going to be more frequency. So we're going to become more righteous, more loving. All these fake systems are going to collapse because they're based in what? Darkness. That's why the religions only can be created in the dark ages. Your Christian sanity, your Islam, because everybody's stupid and everybody's easily controlled. That's the dark ages. That's why I tell you, as you rise in vibration, these religions are gone because they're nonsense. And you're worshiping the devil. You're worshiping Moloch, the Baal. That's why it's called the Baal Bowl. That's who you're worshiping, Baal. The motherfucking demiurge, Yaldabaoth. That's who you're worshiping. As you sit in your goofy church and sing your goofy songs to this demonic motherfucker. That's who you're worshiping. And the ancient Africans told you that because they knew it. That's what I told you. Go get the Gnostic text. It's in the Gnostic text. Gnostic text will tell you this motherfucker you're worshiping in Christianity is the devil. That's who it is. He's the devil and God, the same entity. There's no separation. Same guy they call the devil is the same motherfucker you calling Yahweh or Jehovah or whatever goopy name you call Allah. Whatever goopy name you're giving this motherfucker. That's the demiurge. That's the devil. And you should see it because you see the way the world is right now. It's all wicked and evil. Motherfuckers eating babies. How's a motherfucker eat a baby and then fuck it? How you fucking a dead baby? I mean, you're fucking it when it's living.
Psychopath.
What a psychopath is this? They're not scared of any going any hell. If these religions were real, you'd be scared to death of killing an innocent baby and fucking it and eating it and putting it down your gut. What kind of shit is that? Motherfucker cooking a baby and eating all this crazy wild shit. And you know these other people that you know people that ain't upset? White people. Because these are soulless beings. They're going to be wiped out. They're not supposed to exist. They can only be made, everybody see them in certain parts of this calendar, they can only be made in lower vibrational time periods, certain frequency. So as the frequency rises up, oh, these people with no souls and no humanity are going to have to go. That's what. So that's why what that black guy was saying yesterday. We talking about Project Looking Glass. Said they're not going to longer be here. Because not the fact that they can't be here as a vibration. Remember, they're low vibrational beings. They have no humanity. They have no love for people. They're savage. They believe in brutality. They're savage. Nothing you can do. You can't change them. They can be changed. We can love them. No, you can't. Times change. They don't. Okay? So they were meant. That's why they're unmelanated. So as the vibration changed, sadly, that's why their birth rate is fucked up. Ain't nothing to do because people can't afford babies and everything. It don't cost money to fuck. Okay? It don't cost money to fuck. And when you're broke, that's what you usually do, fuck. Okay? When you're broke, you fuck a lot. Man, I'm broke, ain't shit to do. Shit. What you want to do, baby? Well, let's fuck. All right, let's fuck. Shit. 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 That's why poor people have all these babies. What are you talking about? Shit. So the recreation we got, shit, I can't take you out to eat, but we sure can fuck. Shit. Broke. So has nothing to do with it. Their wombs are rotten. They can't reproduce themselves. That's why I told you, ain't nobody can't do any project any real war. You don't got enough of them. I'm damn sure not dying for their ass. You don't got enough of them. How we gonna go into Africa? Africa don't give us their resources and do what we tell them to do. Them days is gone. Go to Africa and get your motherfucking back broke. Because, you know, as they lose 1 million people, they can't recover those numbers to no babies. As more numbers they lose in mass numbers, brings them closer to extinction. Okay? And that's just because, and as you guys look at this chart of the great year, these are also vibrational changes. These are vibrational, different frequencies at different ages. That's how you know that there's an awakening happening, because you're going back up in vibration. And on the right side, you go to the golden age and you start descending. You start going down in vibration. So this was Thoth was talking about doing what he's talking about in the Emerald Tablets. He said, damn, all these people being reincarnated under a lesser star means lesser vibration. They're coming back stupid. Say they're being reborn dumb because they're under a lesser star, lesser energy, right? Because it's somewhere he must be on the ascending time period of the great year and not the ascending. He said, yeah, I seen him come back. He said, these people were lesser than us as the great people in Atlantis. Now they keep coming back and they're stupider, right? He's not saying that. He's saying, you know, their words are better. He's saying they come back under a lesser star. Let you know that they're dumber. They're not the same anymore. They're not as smart because they're going there. He was doing the ascending great year at that time. These people being reborn, being reincarnated. Now we're going to the point where people are going to be reincarnated at the growing up period, people are going to be coming back smart. That's why I said this. That's why you see Gen Z. Gen Z's changing everything. Gen Alpha's going to get worse. The other one's going to come worse. They're going to get different. Generations going to get smarter and smarter and smarter. Okay, so you got Gen Z. About Gen Z's what over in Africa shaking shit up because they're not their parents' generation. They've been born under a different star, a different frequency. They've joined under the wake, and is this gonna keep waking up? So that's what you see these evil motherfuckers trying to do. They're trying to stop the natural wake up of God. Okay? This is the natural waking up of God. If you understand the seven hermetic principles, things rise, things fall. That's the rhythm of the universe. Things what? Start from nothing, grow to empire, then they decline, they fall apart, then they start to rebirth again. That's like nature. Everything is what? What you see right there, that's what a cycle. Things work in cycles, guys. See, that's a cycle right there. Cycles of time. Things are in cycles. They don't work in a straight line. We work in cycles. Everything's a cycle. You have winter, you have spring, you have summer, you have fall, and then it repeats itself in a cycle. So that was the African. The African's a fucking super genius. Then it becomes a little bit smart. Then he goes down to being halfway smart. Then he becomes a moron. And then he goes back up. A little bit smart, really smart. And then he goes and he's brilliant again. Things work in cycles. You know, you have a seed. Seed grows into a little bitty plant. Then a plant grows into a big ass tree. And then it dies, eventually it dies. And then that thing that goes back in the ground has a rebirth. And it starts all over again. Things work in cycles. See, the white man not understanding real science. Somebody thought he was going to be on top. I'm going to rule the world. Now, 500 years, I savagely came out of Europe. I'm going to rule. I'm going to kill, rape, steal. He thought that shit was going to go on forever. If you understood cycles of time, no. Your time comes to an end, you fucking moron. You don't rule forever. You don't stay on top forever. You're supposed to know nobody stays on top forever. It's the cycles of time. All empires collapse. Go ahead, Joe.
That's gonna be the most shocking event to most of the Black people, because again, if you go back to the fake religion where we've been lied to, the first man to exist was a white man, Adam and Eve and all that, without questioning where does the Black person come from. I feel like it's gonna be a very big shock also to, especially the video I was listening to yesterday. It got me to a lot of deep thinking about the Africans' expectation about this, where there's gonna be actually a world of white men not existing like they ever exist, like ever existed. I mean, like it's gonna be literally white people not even been there, like they never been there. So this is going to be a shock to so many African people, because
see, I'll be gone, man. That's why everybody trying to run around with all this interracial marriage shit, trying to tether themselves onto the black womb. Understand, by the time I'll be dead and gone, I'll be gone. I'm back. Fuck that. So, Joby, in your older ages, right? Since you'll be here, say when you're 70 years old, you're 70, right? So, I say you're 70. There's a lane closure ahead. At 70, you're going to see less and less of those people around. Less. They're almost not that your grandchild would be young now, be in their 20s now. Hey, grandma. Well, you know, I used to see a lot of white people, girl. I don't hardly see none of them, grandma. Can you point one out? And they go a couple over there. Wow. Okay, I don't never see them. So it's gonna become less and less and less and less. That just is what it is. All these people. So that's what's gonna happen, because the universe is saying no more. The universe is saying no more, no more. Even though the demiurge is making them. Now I believe he's gonna make some more again because until they kill this, until the creator decides to get rid of this fucking demiurge motherfucker, get rid of his ass. I don't know why. I can't speak for the creator why he's let this motherfucker still survive. I don't know. Still control this realm. I'm not smart enough to know all that, man. I'm never not to know. And I'm not going to try to find out. When I'm done, I'm out of here. I'm not. Now I know how to get out of here. I'm gone. I'm not going to try to find out why he hasn't got rid of this motherfucker. Everybody says, why has he got rid of him? What's he doing? Why is he letting them? I don't know. There's some things we're not meant to know. I don't know. Like, we can say, how has the creator always been here? That's the you listen to all the ancient African science and all even the people the entities from higher realms that you would think were gods, because they can do all this, they can make universes themselves now. They don't know that answer. Some answers you'll never know. You'll never know how was the creator always here? Because it never was created. It never didn't exist. Some things we'll never know. Some things we'll just never know. How's the creator always here, and who created the creator? Because nobody created the creator. It always existed, always will exist, never will not exist. See? Some things we won't, because when Thoth, remember Thoth and the immortality, we're talking to higher beings than him, talking 9th, 10th, 11th dimension, they were asking him. He was asking them. And he said there's some things we're never going to know. These are people from 11th, 12th, 13th dimension that were forming universes out of their mind. Whatever they think, they manifest immediately. They didn't know that shit. Said some things we're never going to know. We're not high enough to ever know the creator and know how the creator exists, how it always existed. Things we're just never going to know. And that's true. How, or the creator's name. How you going to know the creator's name? Who was there to name him? Oh, damn Jehovah, Yahweh and all this stupid shit. Who was there to name the creator? And you know it's not no damn man, because the woman came first. So you know the creator's more woman than man, that's a fact. But also man and woman, because it says through the laws of the universe, and without, we know gender is in everything. Male, female, that's what the universe is. Energy. So we know we got what we call negative energy and positive energy, which is masculine and feminine energy, if we're going to be correct about it. It's feminine energy and it's masculine energy. You can't do shit without both energies working together. You can't drive a car. When you open your car, you got a battery. One is the feminine side, one is the masculine side. You got to put them together to get the charge and spark to get the car to even go forward. That's how the universe works. That's why you can't have two dudes doing you know what to bring forth light, because it don't work. You got to have female and masculine energy to build in the universe, because that's the energy. That's why every polar, because we're polar opposites. That's why one side of the Earth's pole is feminine, the other side of the Earth's pole is masculine. But we know the Earth as a whole entity, right? Earth as a whole entity is a feminine entity. Mama Earth is feminine. How do we know that? We know that the Earth is, the energy of the Earth is feminine. And the Earth, even the Earth is alive. It's a living being. You couldn't grow nothing out of something that was dead. The Earth is living and that's a things. If you go back to Africa, you know everything is alive. That's non-inanimate. Every non-inanimate object is living, has consciousness. We're not talking about a pole or a stick. Everything that's non-animate, right? Like a rock. A rock is alive. A rock is conscious of itself. It's a lower vibration, but a rock is a living entity, like any gems, stones, diamonds. Those are living entities. You know, like, damn, I learned that through Africa. What? A rock is alive? Shit, what? Everything is living. That's not an inanimate object. Everything is living. You're like, fuck. Wow. According to white man, you don't know nothing. Everything is alive. Everything is living. Everything has a duality, exchange of energy. Living, trying to rise up in energetic force. Everything's living. That's why Africans knew that everything was sacred. Life is sacred and nature was sacred. Yes, Africans have a reverence for nature, We have a reverence for nature because it's sacred and it's spiritual. White people don't. They go trash it, create GMOs, fucking signs and tear shit up, pollute rivers, all kind of wicked shit. Now we do it now. I'm talking before we got contact with this goddamn thing. To us, you didn't have no pollution in Africa before you came in contact with these people. There was no such thing as a polluted river, a polluted stream, a polluted waterway nowhere in no fucking Africa, ever. Because we had reverence for nature. We knew it was wrong to harm and poison shit. Because water is a living entity. Water's alive. The Africans used to know, oh, you think water's alive, you're practicing witchcraft. No, this other silly low vibration of shit. Water is living. That's why I showed you when you talk to water and you say positive things, you see water shows you certain patterns, certain vibrations. It responds to what things you say. That Japanese science are prove that if you say harsh things to water, it turns dark and dies, and because everything has can be affected on a vibrational tone, right? So we know water's living. And us, what are we, 78% water? That's why you want to speak to your water. Water is living, right? That's why you want to pray over your water. Talk to your water as you put it in you. You didn't know that. That's ancient Africa. That's why Africans do what they call libations. Oh, how deep this science goes? Africans used to part libations. Understand what that is? Because we know that water was living entity. And we know through water, there was vibrational frequencies, and that water, as we talk and put our intentions into the water would vibrate into other dimensions. That our ancestors and the Creator could hear our will, our words. Because water goes into vapor. This is some brilliant shit. Like, God damn. What? They got you scared. Oh, these goofy Africans and they libations. This is wicked and evil. It's motherfucking science, and it's proven that's a fact. Run away from everything that's real. No, for some made up bullshit about some motherfucker with a dirty robe walking across some water. What is you talking about?
It's crazy.
That's a motherfucker running around with a dirty robe, ain't washed his ass in 30 years. What you talking about?
It's crazy. I don't know, since you're talking about that, if I can share anything to do with Iran and all that.
Yeah, let me hold on. What I just suggestion to do? Lost my train of thought. Libations, yo. We say, ask. No, look, I want you to put this up. Say, ask. Go to TikTok and say, ask TikTok. Say, what is the purpose of libation? No, this is Africa. Every time we do libation, you got white people always trying to tell you what libation ain't got shit to do with them. But just say it anyway. Just say, what is the purpose of pouring out libation?
Off.
Say, what is the purpose of libation?
Libation.
Yeah, L-I-B-A-T-I-O-N against libation. Let's see what some people say.
Stop looking at the Bible like a foreign book and start looking at it like. You need to stop looking at the Bible like a foreign book and start looking at it like it's an African script, African story. The sooner you do that, the better you understand things. So today I'm going to give you another example of African culture found in the Bible and in respect to that African culture so that you can see how it connects. You know how
they stole it. You just said that's how they took African side and they put it in the Bible.
We know them as
See how they took African shit and put it into the goopy Bible. Yeah, but libation has nothing to do with the Bible. It's the stealing of your science and then corrupting it and put it in that dumb book. Go ahead, Joby. Let's see what he said about libation.
Drink offerings. Now, what is that? Because people can't picture the same thing and understand what it is.
Okay, man, come on. Yeah.
You've seen people the older generation know about this more. So you've seen people take a drink.
The ancient Africans did. Go ahead.
And say the offering to the ancestors and things like that. That is what is called libation. So across Africa, this is a practice across Africa that was being done.
It's across all of Africa because that was our tradition. It had nothing to do with no tribe shit. It's across all Black Africa. But you go back in time, all Africans did this. And then do with your goofy tribe. Now they all gave it up because they all got colonized and some went to Allah and some went to Jesus. It's all ancient African practice. Hundreds of thousands of years ago. Go ahead, Joe.
So like in the West Africa, the Igbo, the Ghana people, they would use something like palm oil, right? The palm wine, sorry. They normally tended to use like wine. The Igbo in Nigeria, they call it, I think, Ipu something. The Yoruba Tifun. The Ghana, Nzulu.
We don't want to know what everybody did. Just say what, hey, man, go to somebody. He's getting on my nerve. We don't want to ask what everybody used, what different tribes. Just say what it is. Shit.
I'm going to be talking about
damn.
libation and why, if you've done it, you have partaken in a witchcraft ritual.
Exactly, called it witchcraft.
Means ritually pouring a liquid like water, wine, or oil as an offering to honor gods, lowercase g, spirits, or deceased ancestors. A practice with ancient roots in many cultures, often symbolizing respect
It's like ancient
to the spiritual world. Sometimes done by pouring onto the ground or an altar. It's a sacred act of gratitude and remembrance, a tradition seen from ancient Egypt to modern African.
Ancient African, yes, right. Egypt, because we all came from Egypt. All exactly, all Africans started. All were in Egypt at one time. Exactly, it was ancient African. Go ahead, Joe.
Secular pouring one out for the homies, which we've all heard, right? Here are the different perspectives on libations. In witchcraft and paganism, it's a fundamental practice for building relationships with deities and energies, seeing.
You said you gotta say witchcraft. This is it. All black people ancient shit is witchcraft. Shit. What are you talking about? There's no witchcraft. It's science. Doesn't do with any witches, any craft. It is science. And the funny part about it, the white man knows it's real because it's science. African didn't do shit, didn't know what it was. It's a scientific. It's proven. Go ahead, Joe. Witchcraft.
Back. In African traditions, it's a profound way to honor ancestors, call on their wisdom, and maintain spiritual heritage, often seen as pastoral care rather than witchcraft. It's still witchcraft. From other religious views,
see all that goofy witchcraft. So let me explain what it was doing. So we know that things work in other dimensions. The African knew we were interdimensional beings. Water being one of the most interdimensional things we could use because water changes frequency as it rises up. Right? Remember, water changes from vapor. Right? Water can change from vapor to rain to a solid to ice. So water is actually interdimensional. So as we take our thoughts into the water would rise up, because sometimes if it goes into the clouds, because water comes like that, but sometimes it becomes vapor and it's able to leave this dimension and go to another dimension. And so your thoughts and prayers would go into other dimensions to talk to your ancestors who are not dead, because no such thing as death. The African knew that too. That would relay a message to them, what they called on the other side. See, this is what we call quantum physics. This is a fact. Got nothing to do with no fucking witchcraft. This is quantum physics. So the vibrational flow of water becomes vapor. And so it becomes interdimensional. So your thoughts and prayers would lead up to a higher dimension. And hopefully, if it was high enough and your thoughts were high enough, it would lead up to the creator itself. That's what they were doing. They were taking taking they were infusing, and we know this is a fact because we always. I'm gonna show you through water that your words affect water. This is science. They gotta do. I'm gonna prove this ain't no goddamn witchcraft. This is science. That's why you go back to African because that's real. All these fake ass Allahs and Jesus shit. All that shit is made up bullshit. So we're gonna prove this, right? Water carries your intentions. This is a fact. We're gonna show it. Okay? So you would speak your words into your libations, your dreams, your hopes, your thoughts into this water. The water would capture this. And as it raises itself in vibration, it would go what? We know water goes up in the clouds. Some comes back down as rain, right? But some goes to other dimensions as mist. Because water changes its form, its chemistry, right? You know, there's ice, you know, there's regular water in the pond, or water in your cup. You know, rainwater comes down, but water can change and go to other dimensions. And we know it carries your thoughts and your vibrations with it. Okay, so pause that, Joe. I want you to type this in there. Say, type in TikTok, say water has been proven to hold your thoughts. Water has been proven, this is science. Water has been proven to hold your thoughts. The African knew this thousands of years ago. So in this book, the brother keeps saying it's witchcraft. They say it's witchcraft. This is science.
Crazy. I was reading about witchcraft and all that. So.
Say water has been proven to hold your thoughts.
What you see here is water memory. You can do this.
So we know that through libations, which is science, not witchcraft, that those words you say while you're pouring out the water hold your thoughts and your ambition, and it's interdimensional. So you're talking to your ancestors on the other side of the veil. Remember, this is an illusion. There's no such thing as death. So you're talking to your ancestors on the other side of the veil. These Africans are fucking brilliant. This is amazing. How did they learn all this shit? Sometimes the Africans were super genius because of that 25,000 year cycle. You get high in that knowledge, you know all this shit. This is the most amazing shit in the world. Go and play that joke.
Experiment yourself just by showing an image to water for around 30 seconds and then freezing the water, and you will see a reflection of the image you showed it. This proves that water holds memory. It has consciousness.
That's right.
This is because water can change its structure.
Pause it. Water holds thoughts. Water holds consciousness. It's alive. It's conscious. So when you're pouring out your libations, not witchcraft. It's science, like he just told you. This is all that shit you told you, goofy niggas, when they conquered you with that bullshit, told you give up all your traditions. This is science. The Africans were brilliant. So they knew you speaking into water had consciousness. It was living. Water has consciousness. It's living. So when you pour out your thoughts, your love, your hopes, your dreams to your ancestors through libations, it was interdimensional. So they would get those, you talking to them behind the motherfucking veil. On the other side, they would get your messages. You got that? This is real. This is science. This is quantum physics. Nothing to do with no fucking witchcraft. Because remember, the European coming out of Europe 500 years is a fucking backward ass moron who didn't even wash his ass. Full of diseases and wicked. But he's trying to tell you, he look at you pouring libation. Is this some kind of witchcraft? What kind of witchcraft they doing? They talking to the water. He's too stupid at that time. He doesn't understand what you're doing. He's a moron. He can't understand what you're doing while you're talking to the water because he doesn't understand that water's living. What do you mean? You might tell them white people 500 years ago that water's living. Yeah, they go crazy and shit. It's witchcraft. This is what this got to do with Allah and Jesus. They won't understand this advanced science. This is advanced science. Go ahead, Joby.
depending on the vibrations it comes into contact with. This is where
Exactly.
things start to get a bit
Vibration.
crazy with words. Placing the word schizophrenia in water and then freezing it shows this image of a double-faced person. This proves that water
Yep.
is intelligent and is reacting to vibrations of the words. Now
Pause
that
it,
you
pause it,
understand this
pause it, pause it, pause
concept,
it. Pause it. It proves that water is intelligent as interfacing with the words and the vibration that it's been given. That's why Africans did libation. Okay? In this goofy book, she's talking about this is witchcraft. He's saying it's witchcraft. No, this is science craft, you fucking moron. Because this is real. You imagine how, because remember the Africans have been through all these cycles. So of course they figured that out. But they were in one of their great years. They was in the enlightened period. They were in the great year. They knew all this high science. Because who the hell know? You look at water today, ask it. They don't know water holds your thoughts, holds your memories. As an African today, that shit. What? Huh? Water holds your thoughts, moron. It's living. And since it's interdimensional, it carries your thoughts across the veil. You're talking to your ancestors. For real, for real. Because your ancestors are not there. They're in another dimension. They're in the fourth or fifth dimension, where they died at. And your water, your libation reaches them on the other motherfucking side. Oh, you're not brilliant that shit is. That's mind blowing. You've been told worship some goofy nigga walking on water on a dirty road. Fuck out of here. Go ahead.
think happens when you are drinking Monster Energy, or with cans which imprinted the word of death. You are drinking crystallized water with the imprinted vibration of death. You are filling 70% of your body, which is water, with the vibration of death. Tap water is mixed with sewage and all sorts of toxins inside of these facilities. Although they may remove some of the toxins from the water, the crystallized vibration of this water is still very bad. The ancients didn't just build beautiful water fountains for no reason. They had a purpose of moving.
When they say ancients, they mean African. They don't the ancients again. Only ancient people are Africans. The African ancient. You know what I'm saying? Or the ancients. The ancients did this. The African. So whenever you hear ancient, just replace that shit for African. Because we know libation is African. Go ahead, Joby.
Water so that it restructures the vibration of the water. Water is basically the internet of the earth. It has consciousness and intelligence. This is why you should never place your car keys or your phone next to your water. Energy codes in my bio will allow you to place codes underneath water and then drink it. What you're seeing here is water memory. You can do this experiment yourself just by showing an image to water for around 30 seconds and then freezing the water, and you will see a reflection of the image you showed it. This proves that water holds memory. It has consciousness. This is because water can change its structure depending on the vibrations it comes into contact with. This is where things start to get a bit crazy with words. Placing the word schizophrenia in water and then freezing it shows this image of a double-faced person. This proves that water is intelligent and is reacting to vibrations of the words. Now that you understand this concept, what do you think happens when you are drinking Monster Energy, or with cans which imprinted the word of death? You are drinking crystallized water with the imprinted vibration of death. You are filling 70% of your body, which is water, with the vibration of death. Tap water is mixed with sewage and all sorts of toxins inside of these facilities. Although they may remove some of the toxins from the water, the crystallized vibration of this water is still very bad. The ancients didn't just build beautiful water fountains for no reason. They had a purpose of moving the water so that it restructures the vibration of the water. Water is basically the internet of the earth. It has consciousness and intelligence. This is why you should never place your car keys or your phone next to your water. The energy codes in my bio will allow you to place codes underneath water and then drink it.
Dr. Emoto has conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water. And then every day for a month, he said, "Thank you" to one beaker, "You're an idiot" to the second, and the third one he completely ignored. After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma. The rice in the second beaker turned black, and the rice that was ignored began to rot. Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially with regard to how we treat children. We should take care of them, give them attention, and converse with them. Indifference does the greatest harm.
Memory's all in the water. Whoa. Memory's all in the water. We've never found a database in the brain or peripheral nervous system that allows for long-term memory. There's no structure. We have short-term memory in the hippocampus, which is a tiny little, size of an almond in the side of the brain. That's where we do short-term memory processing into long-term memory, but it disappears into this black box of long-term memory. We don't know where the hell that's happening in the neurology side, but we know through water structure that water carries memory at the molecular level in an exquisite state. And there's been bizarre abilities now to look at atomic structure to understand vibrational input. There's a TED Talk, I think.
Now that the white man's finally educated enough, now we can listen. Now that he's not a moron for 500 years, when he was a savage coming out of fucking Europe. What is this witchcraft? Now they're showing you everything they said. What libation is? Oh, it's structure. It's the molecules and blah 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 blah. But the African doing. Look at these dirty Africans and their witchcraft. What are you doing, you dirty nigga? What kind of shit is this you're doing?
Right onto South International Boulevard.
This is a bad size, you retarded ass motherfucker. Go ahead, Jimmy.
But that showed how, I think it was a Stanford group, had been able to reproduce a conversation that happened in a room with a bag of chips, an open bag of chips. And they studied the atomic structure shift in the bag of chips to recreate the vibrational input that would have happened to create those, before and after events of the atomic structure of the chip bag, and then show that can be then translated back into voice and what vibrational vowels had to be spoken to change that atomic structure of a bag.
That's mind-blowing even to fathom. I don't even think I even understand it.
Nobody really does. The point being, vibration affects structure. And the memory of water is in this interface between the crystalline structure of the gel state of water in our cells and that electrical vibration from sunlight, from food translation into energy, all of these things. The exciting thing that we are getting at, to put this full loop on where are we right now in human history, is we are right now losing fear and guilt. And it's not everybody. I think there's, like we said, a dichotomous event happening right now. But if you would like to participate in the future of humankind, I would invite everybody to start to lose fear and guilt. And to do that, you have to lose judgment. There is no good and evil. There is no right and wrong.
Asking a lot here,
all
Zach.
All of these are constructs of the human ego.
Yep.
We got to let go of the judgment to say, what if we are actually light beings showing up right now for the highest vibrational potential? And as we see this dichotomous shift happening, perhaps for the first time in mass on the planet, between fear and guilt and the freedom of it, we're creating a new potential for human biology to have a genetics that then will wrap the water in a new state where we start to lose the memory of all the trauma, the emotional BS, the denigrating belief systems, and our water itself starts to get stripped of that negative information. And the water structure in the cell of somebody who has freed themselves of fear and guilt, who has cancer, is likely to free themselves of that cancer because they are vibrating at a higher frequency. And so it's very intriguing that by the end of this decade, wouldn't it be interesting if there was at least a large segment of the population that started to be able to hold more light energy in the water structure of the human cell than's ever happened before?
Yeah, so before I get to play the other video, there's an article which I bumped into yesterday, and it was talking about how, or rather when Europe was banning witches in quote, and what was happening to spiritual women in Africa. They're saying that during the European witch hunt that happened in between the 15th to 18th century, around 100,000 people, mostly women, were accused of serving the devil. They were often tortured for confessions, tried in court, and executed by burning or hanging. Many were healers, widows, and socially vulnerable. A major catalyst was the publication of Malleus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Malleus Maleficarium, written by Heinrich Karma. This text framed susceptible to demonic influence and encourage aggressive prosecution of suspected witches. Both Catholic and Protestant authorities also participated in these prosecutions. During roughly the same century, that is in the 1400 to 1700s, many African societies had institutionalized spiritual roles for women. Women served as pre, 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 priestesses, priestesses, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, healers, diviners, spiritual mediums, and these roles were often respected and embedded within the community life. In the kingdom of Dahomey, women served as priestesses again with Vodun traditions. In Igbo society, that is in Nigeria, but the famous oracle shrine of Ibini, Ukbabi, at the Orakuchu, involve powerful spiritual authorities connected to regional decisions making. Spiritual leadership was often institutionalized within the Yoruba religion, and within the Yoruba religion, women served as priestesses of deities such as the Osun and the Yemoja, and they practice ritual leadership, herbal medicine, and spiritual guidance. They are also respected parts of the society. Belief in harmful witchcraft did exist in some African societies. However, spirituality powerful itself was not automatically seen as evil. Instead,
Of course not.
spiritual specialists often acted as mediators between the community and the spiritual world. However, things began to change during the colonial period, that is in the 19th to 20th century, as European missionaries and colonial governments often reinterpreted African spiritual practices as witchcraft or superstitions. This disrupted traditional systems that had previously regulated spiritual authorities. In some regions, colonial policies and social upheaval increased accusations of witchcraft, and which we still see till to date. Actually, even leave alone even the witchcraft or the spiritual performers, but even the midwives, the people who help women to give birth, they are still being banned till to date in African societies or communities and even countries. And sadly, I think there's a time actually I did a whole history of even how women are supposed to be giving birth, some of the things that women are supposed to be practicing. We're not supposed to be giving birth the way we give birth as women, the way the white supremacy or the westernization has put us behind this bed. You're not supposed to be giving birth the way we give birth, lying on a bed. You're supposed to be squatting, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Don't get it wrong, okay? You're supposed to be squatting, not squatting, okay? But yeah, for you to give easy access of a baby or give birth. But to continue with this video.
Water is more than just hydration. Water is living memory. Water is a multi-dimensional liquid crystal that stores consciousness. In fact, when Jesus called the Father, he was actually talking about...
Pause. See, he's Chinese talking about some cheese nonsense, but he got the right thing. It's what he told you, what it's multi-dimensional, right? So that's what I wonder. That's what I was trying to make clear, that it's multi-dimensional. So that means the Africans always see, they didn't understand your science because you were way far ahead. These are traditions goes back hundreds of thousands of years ago when you're talking about the Africans as genius people. I mean, super geniuses. So he's telling you that I've already told you water's interdimensional. So that's why they did libations. That's where you can talk to your people that just passed away, who were on the other side, who didn't die. They left this realm, but there's no such thing as death. So you put your thoughts and your intentions into the water, and it would carry to the other dimension. And they could hear you talk to. They could hear your sorrow if you're still sad. Oh, I miss you, Mom. I miss you, Dad. Blah blah blah. And they know you missed them. Blah blah blah. This is science that they're just learning today. You came to Africa. Oh, what's this? This is crazy. What are they talking about? Water? What kind of witchcraft is this? Fucking moron. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I was laying here in silence today thinking about how water holds memory, and it brought me to the conversation of AI and how a lot of people in their spiritual journey have been getting answers and validation to downloads they've received through AI. And my friend keeps sending me videos about not using AI and the damage it's doing to the water. I'm like, wait, AI uses water. Water holds memory. The memory and the answers is in the water. And so the AI, so like really the water is the instrument or tool that you guys have been using as a receiver, like to get the answers that you've had about whatever you asked ChatGPT, not the machine, not the technology. It's the water doing it. And why are they using the water? There, two things are happening at once. One, yes, the water has been able to
exactly. Remember, cool. Exactly. Remember, they're using all this water for AI, like we were talking about. It destroys the water. It's using all this water to even. You got to have this high amount of water supply to even have AI working. So maybe she knows something. But see, if you stop running away from being African, you're scared of your own people, and understood that they were geniuses, you know some shit. That's how they. That's how they would connect everything. I'm like, wow. Well, go ahead.
The answers, the information. The water is able to pull information from the ethers, right? But in using the technology in the heat of the machine, they're trying to destroy the molecules of the water. They're trying to destroy the information. They're trying to destroy the memory. As I told you in the last video, you don't need AI for answers. You can close your eyes and look inward and get the answers. You can look within self. Your higher self knows all this stuff. But as I said, certain things, whether it be tarot cards,
that's what exactly. That's what she would cause a puzzle. That's why you always want to keep yourself highly hydrated. Keep a lot of water in you. That's why you go inside. The answer's inside because you got the ether and water with you. So you people the other entities can talk to you interdimensionally through the water that's in your body. Because we know it's interdimensional. See how this shit works? It's all science. No, nothing to do with any witchcraft. It's all science. It's how the universe works. The African men knew this, so when they see the Africans doing this, they walk up, some European walk up, hey, nigga, what you doing? Well, I'm meditating inside to talk to my ancestors. You dirty witch, you. Can't talk to the ancestors inside. Kill his ass. Bring him Jesus. Bring him this motherfucker with the dirty robe.
Are able to be used as tools to access your higher self, because some people have trouble. Well, some people believe they have trouble reaching it, and so they use instruments to help them, right? And there's nothing wrong in that. However, you can still use the water. Start channeling, start meditating in water. Start when you're in a shower, relax, and the water is running over you, pouring over your head. Ask the questions that you would have asked AI. If you
pause it. If you guys know anything, they always tell you in their movies. You guys remember Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Remember with the little what would she get in to so she could go to the what she called the upside down, which was really another dimension. She was getting water. They tell you in the movies. She was getting water. Remember? She was sitting in tub of water. Yeah. How about They're telling you in the goofy movies. She would go to the upside down, which she's astral traveling to another dimension. That's what she's doing. That's what they're showing you. All the shit that Africans knew. But they put it in there now, there's science, because now they're learning it. But when the Africans did it, they were witches and they had to be burned alive and their heads chopped off and all kind of crazy shit. Go ahead, Joe.
You trust that water just like you trusted the water of whatever AI system you were using. And more than anything, trust yourself. Water is such a gift. I don't think people realize that water is so powerful. You stayed in water for 9 full months, 10 months, growing from cells, multiplying, molding, growing skin, developing eyes, ears, the ability to hear, taste in water. Let water be your instrument. Not only that, the human body is made up of water. The earth is made up of water. Trees have water. Everything intelligent have water in it. Water is intelligent. Okay, bye.
I have done a lot of research actually with water and consciousness, how conscious intention can change the properties of water. And the fact that when you put your intention into water, you can actually store that information and then add that water to, say, cells and tissue culture and produce a biological effect. I've done this, for example, with human lymphocytes grown in tissue culture in my lab, and demonstrated that when healers directly affect these immune cells grown in a Petri dish, you can stimulate the growth of these cells. The fact that you can do the same experiment and people can focus their intention on the water and then add the water to the Petri dish is quite, to me, quite fascinating. And what's interesting is the fact that the magnitude of the effect is similar, whether it's a direct effect of the healers on the cells or an indirect effect via the water.
So we're storing it not only in water in a petri dish, but also in the water in our own bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
And what effect is that having on us if we can transform our own consciousness so that we don't maybe even have to go to a healer once you begin to sort of change your own view?
If you want to understand how our universe works, you simply need to observe water. Water holds memory, but right now it's been proven to do more than that. And remember, even the idea that she holds memory means she knows way more than is in our textbooks, all our textbooks combined, right? And our history combined, because water has been here the longest. Remember, land originates from water. But what's mind-blowing at the moment, it's proven that water can even mimic an image. She has intelligence. Now, while the scientific community is trying to now come out with this proof, I believe the spiritual community has known it for the longest time.
Exactly. We've known it for the longest times. Exactly. See, their science is now catching up with what we knew generations with our spiritual practice, which is nothing but African science.
This is a Kenyan. This is a Kenyan. Let's be specific. Yeah. Kenyan sandwich.
I seen an African lady. I call her African. She's a Kenyan. All right, calm down.
Go ahead. Of water. Water holds the secrets to the universe, and it's a medium of consciousness. It means consciousness uses water as a vehicle to travel through it. That's why the plasma in your body now is starting to make sense, right? The water in your body. That is why you can't survive with water. No living thing can survive without water. So it's incredible because nothing embodies flow better than water. Water is constantly always trying to teach us the law of rhythm and the attitude of flow, because water understands that once you master flow, then you've mastered alignment, which means you live in ease, right? Everything you need comes to you when you need it. When you flow with life, you're not resistant to life. Resistance is the root of suffering.
Pause, Joby. Joby says she's a Kenyan. You better not be talking too much. They're going to burn you as a witch in Kenya. She went crazy with that homeless Jesus guy.
The good thing, I think now I'm getting into the accents. I can tell my Kenyan people, no matter where they are, speaking from America, Nigeria, I can tell a Kenyan now. You can't even tell me. I can tell
That's what's up.
In life in general, Water teaches you to flow. Like right now, it's morning hours. I'm seated by the lake, by the way, and the waters are calm, extremely calm. And as the day progresses, you'll observe that
The way
that is when it starts to catch some momentum. So water is also always teaching a lot of lessons, not just in life, but in business. I wish most of us were aware enough to just pick the ideas, pick the wisdom that is always around you by tapping into the consciousness of elements like water. Now, momentum is an area that I love to teach in business.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Jibba Jabba. I did too. I thought she was South African too. I'm not gonna lie to Jibba. Said she was Kenyan. I thought she was South African too. I'm not gonna even lie. Go ahead.
South African, you can hear her accent. You want me to put a South African accent? No, South Africans, let's not talk about South Africans at this point. They better kick rocks.
Aspects that has been proven to really scale any entrepreneur or any business.
South Africans are out there kicking out other, not even kicking out Africans, but demanding money from Africans who have set business in South Africa. It's really bad that at this point, it's really bad.
You've got to stick to one thing until you're catching enough momentum to be able to diversify. It's also what's broken down into concentration, right? So I am a student of life, and I get to be very interested in lessons that water teaches. For example, I was never taught how to swim by a fellow human being. The water has taught me how to swim. One particular evening, I was in the pool. So I was almost like in a form of meditation. So I hear the voice, you can actually do it. I'm like, I can't. They're like, relax. You know how to do it. You just need to remember. And that is how I learned to swim within 1 hour. I was at the deep end and back. And the same thing happened the first time I went snorkeling. I was so scared to dive deep in the ocean.
You better teach Joby how to. You should tell Joby how to do that.
Relax.
Oh my God.
We got you.
I should have seen that coming.
And that is how they went into showing me really interesting creatures beneath the ocean. And I also got to discover sacred geometry from that point, because believe it or not, even the shells, the random shells that you pick somewhere in the middle of the ocean, those shells hold the sacred geometry. It's almost of a reminder of how God is amazing and how he's detailed. And it's almost an equal reminder that everything is energy also at the core. Because when you observe water, this is another lesson water will teach you in detail. You get to understand that the difference between something heated and steamed and frozen water is purely just frequency. That is the difference. Those different forms of water are just vibrating at different frequencies. And it's a reminder that at the core, we are energy. So you get to move from the reality you want to a different reality. And the basis of that is your frequency. So if you want a different outcome in life, then you've got to embody the frequency of that which you want. So start teaching your body, which is the vehicle of your frequency. Start teaching your body how to know and emit the vibration, the frequency of that which you want. And most of us think this is something you only do one time when you try to visualize. You need to understand that visualization, affirmations are also at different forms of vehicles. They're just supposed to arrive you at the feeling of embodying that which you want. So you just need to teach your body, which is always your core vibration, how to regulate your nervous system, for example, and how to feel those elevated emotions. And water is always teaching you this. Water is also a beautiful balance, because she's very calm, like right now in the morning. But she has her moments too. And there are moments when you don't go against the currents. You're always told if you accidentally find yourself in water, then flow with the currents. Let the currents wash you. Another lesson that water is teaching you is also the art of letting go. Because whenever you struggle with water, you're bound to come down. That is your first lesson whenever you're trying to learn to swim. You need to relax. You need to trust. The same way you need to trust in the flow of life, because you are not this physical entity. You are the spiritual essence, right? God is having a human experience through you.
Exactly.
So trust
Exactly. You're not the
that things
physical
are
body.
aligning for you,
Oh,
because
you
they
better watch.
actually
You
are.
better not go around certain places in Kenya. They're gonna get you, lady.
You were so loved,
You better not come to Kenya acting like we don't. You're gonna get it.
and you were made from the same essence of the universe. You share the same fabric with the cosmos.
Yep.
Water is always also trying to teach you your power in different ways. The powers of being soft when necessary, and the powers of carrying and creating your boundaries when needed. I find water to be mind blowing. And she has the love of a mother. That's why for me, every holiday, I have to find a way to get to the waters, because not only do I have a home in this physical reality, but I have a home.
Me too. You get me. I love the ocean. That's my favorite place. I can swim through the ocean. The only thing I'm scared of is when I swim, I go by the waves. I think there's a time we were swimming, me and Katie. Me and Katie were swimming, and thank God we had these Tanzanian professional swimmers. We were just going by the waves, just enjoying, man. And then I put my eyes, the ocean it's salty and all that. So for people who don't, of course, or can't tolerate salty water, it gets very itchy on their eyes. I don't feel that itchiness, but personally, I love that. I just love it. Like, I put my eyes in the ocean water and I can see everything through it. I love being by the ocean more than actually by the swimming pool. That's the funny thing.
Wow,
Beyond this.
that's actually good.
Yeah,
It's
I
nature.
can see through the water. Like, I don't care how dusty it looks, but I can still open my eyes through the ocean water, and go through all the way as I swim. It's awesome.
So to be able to tap into the consciousness of water, and for her to teach you things beyond what your books know currently. So, for example, the lessons about the womb, water will teach you all that. Science is just barely starting to scratch the surface of it all.
Exactly.
And she
Just
reminds
barely.
you that all that is within you. Because remember, she runs every cell in your body. Just guys, let me know what you think. Maybe I should do more on this.
Very interesting.
When I was younger, my grandma used to teach us all superstitions.
Let me have
If you want to understand how our universe.
When I was younger, my grandma used to teach us all superstitions. I was quite famous on this app for sharing superstitions in the early years of Auntie on TikTok.
I don't care what your grandma taught
I
you.
remember.
Right, listen to this.
I'm going to show you how to quantum jump using water. Hi, my name is Nikki. Now Nike, let's do it.
Dr. Masaru Emoto, who did all this work with water, his first experiment was to put a bottle of water, have all of his students send negative energy. I hate you, you're stupid, you're
Exactly.
fool. Took that water, froze it in little petri dishes, bring it out, stick it under a microscope with a camera on top. It forms these big, ugly black blobs.
It's all
Take
dark
the
and
steam
chaotic.
Or another bottle, send positive energy to the water, freeze it, put it under the petri dish when it's melting, forms beautiful snow crystals. So we know that two things were fascinating. Water has memory, and 85% of your body is made up of water. Your brain is made up of even more water. So when you're saying negative things to yourself, you're affecting yourself in a physiological way.
First, I want to say sorry that I'm talking like this. I just started my surgery implants for my teeth. Remember, guys, I lost a lot of my teeth, so I'm getting implants. So please excuse me. I literally had surgery last night, and I'm here filming for you guys today. That's how disciplined I am. That's how dedicated I am to you guys.
I don't know why it's funny, but it's funny.
You ever notice that when you're visualizing, it never feels like you're looking into the future? It always feels like you're looking into the past, right? It always feels like you're thinking about your past. It's because you're remembering it.
Shout out to Gwen. Gwen taught me how to manifest a lot with water. I don't know. I've always been.
Wow. What?
Yeah, shout out to Gwen. I was even talking to her just a few hours ago. She's supposed to be coming to my place for a sleepover tonight. And
Wow, I didn't know that.
she taught me about manifesting with water in different ways. I was like, you sure that shit works? She's like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. Usually that shit works like because we talk every time we meet, we're talking about like things on a
Yeah.
spiritual level. We're never talking about we always talk about spiritual stuff. That's me and Gwen. So like you need to start using water to, if you want to make some things or understand some few things in your life, just speak to that water, put it outside overnight and see the results of it. And I've seen results in different ways. I'm not gonna lie.
You already experienced it, Nick. You're just remembering it. And the fastest way to get to it, to quantum jump into it, is water. Water is a portal. In the Yoruba spirituality, we believe that water carries intention, and neuroscience actually agrees with that. When you speak with emotion, guess what? Your brain rewires faster. And when you pair that intention with the physical ritual, your nervous system anchors the memory deeper into your body, okay? And that's how you can quantum jump. And you're going to quantum jump in just 7 days using water. Step 1, get 2 cups. 1 cup is current reality. The other cup is desired reality. It's probably better if you label them, but I've been doing this for so long, I don't need to do it. So current reality, desired reality. Step 2, you're going to pour into current reality. And as you're pouring into current reality, you're going to think about where you're at right now. And you're going to think about everywhere you want to be in your life, whatever your desired reality is. Not with shame, with honesty. Just keep pouring. Pour the whole thing. Okay. Step 3, this is where magic and science actually meet. You're going to grab your current reality water and you're going to speak your affirmations into it, okay? For me, I'm going to do money
Yeah,
flows to me
because it
easily.
is science.
I attract healthy love. I make decisions like my future self. I'm stepping into the life that belongs to me. When you speak with emotion, guess what? Your brain releases dopamine, and dopamine makes neural pathways stick. So say into the water, close your eyes, and just say your desired reality into the current reality. And now we're gonna pour into desired reality. Repeating that affirmation out loud.
Pause it. Let me try to explain it to you guys easy so you guys understand. Okay. Your thoughts are the light. Your emotion are the attraction, are the magnetics, right? So the light, you say things with the light, which is your thoughts, and you put your emotions into it, your love, your desire, your love into it, right? Your emotions. And that's the magnetics. So we know we're dealing with light and magnetics, feminine and masculine energy. We know women draw things into them. So magnetics would be what? Feminine. Thoughts would be what? Electrical, masculine. So we're dealing again with 2 vibrational forces, feminine and masculine energy. So as you think the thoughts, the light, you throw it out there, you emit that light, that's masculine energy. To bring the vibration of love and gratitude into it, into that thought, that's the emotion. That's the feminine energy that's going to track. That becomes a magnetic field. So that tracks it back to yourself. That's how the law of attraction works. You're dealing with masculine and feminine energy. So raise your vibration and then match the frequency of what you're thinking of. But you carry it in. That's why you control your thoughts. Always. You have a mastering of thought, right? And so you're mastering your thought, what you're thinking about, but you also have the emotion of it. So you're already living in that thought, in that vibration, because you don't vibrate what you want, you vibrate what you are. Okay? So you live in that thought already. Whatever you're dreaming of or wanting to have, you already have yourself, you're already living it with the emotion of having it. And that's going to be the attraction to yourself. Okay? So there's a mastering of these things. Go ahead, Joe.
Easily, I'm living in my desired reality. When it flows to me easily, I'm living in my desired reality. Speak it into it. This is the hard part. You have to drink all of this in one go. You cannot take breaks in between it. You just got to drink it all in one go. That's the anchor. When you do that, you're signaling to your subconscious that this is who I am right now. And our brain loves identity. And as you're drinking the water, you're repeating that affirmation in your head the whole time. Okay, so let's do it together. Go grab your water and let's drink it together. Remember, time is not linear. There's no such thing as time. It's an illusion. and our brain cannot tell if it's real, if it's envisioned, if it's a memory. It does not know. Okay, so water is a good way to break through that timeline, to jump to that. The most imperative part, though, is that you have to do this every morning for 7 days. You cannot skip a single day. Do it before breakfast. Every morning for 7 days, do this. Come back to this video after 7 days and tell me your life did not change.
Well, mine works at night. It depends what you want. Depends with your time or specific time. You can use it during the night. Put it out. Okay, for me, what I do is I put it in my glass, then put it outside my balcony during the night. I speak my words, whatever, and then I understood it's not supposed to be hit by the sun. You have to take that water out before it's hit by the sun. So probably by 6 a.m. in the morning, you have to take it, drink it, or whatever you're going to do with it. Like she said, it depends what you want to do. You can drink it, you can pour it, but the fact that you have those positive thoughts already poured into that water, everything is going to work out. But it's not supposed to be hit by the sun. I think that's
Wisp window and door systems may be closed by the time you arrive.
Well, it
Head
depends.
for
Again,
South International Boulevard, then turn left onto South International Boulevard.
People have different ways of manifesting, so whatever works for you. Like
Yeah,
mine,
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. That's true. Whatever works for you. You tailor it to your own self. Exactly.
Reach your destination by
whatever works
8:17 p.m.
do it.
I believe in you, and I pray you always believe in yourself. I cannot believe I filmed. The dentist told me to not leave my bed for 3 days, and I got up and filmed for you guys. I am crazy. I am so disciplined. I hate it about.
Family, this is going to blow your mind. Did you know water holds memory and responds to your thoughts? Yeah, I'm talking about the water you drink, bathe in, and the water that makes up 70% of your body. Science backs it up. Dr. Masaru Emoto's groundbreaking experiments showed how water molecules change structure based on human intention. Here's what happened. He exposed water to different words, thoughts, and music. Positive words like love and gratitude created beautiful symmetrical crystals when the water was frozen. But negative words like hate or fear created distorted, chaotic structures. Family, think about this. If thoughts can change water structure and you're mostly water, what kind of impact are your thoughts having on you? Ancient cultures knew this. They spoke mantras, blessed their water, and practiced mindfulness because they understood the power of intention. This is not just spiritual, it's quantum science. Your words and thoughts carry vibrations that directly influence your reality on a molecular level. When you speak positivity into your life, you're literally aligning your body, mind, and spirit with higher frequencies. So here's the takeaway. Be mindful of your thoughts, speak life into your reality. Bless the water you drink and watch how your energy transforms. Remember, family, you are water and you are powerful beyond measure. Let's manifest greatness, peace, love, and high vibrations.
The water.
Yeah, but let me go through a few comments as we continue. And see, we have Jason Jibajaba Karibu Sana. Earlier we had Jibajaba saying Yap lines form back 3 honky. What? Yep, lines form back there honky. But also he adds that, does the blue light spectrum negativity affect us? That is a question. That is the LD light, the blue street light instead of the orange glowing lights. I kind of feel, yeah, they do affect us. I don't like the LD lights personally. I don't like that flashy stuff.
No, they're bad for you.
Yeah, I don't like them personally. I can't stand them. I can't go
Then make a U-turn.
I don't like going to either it's a club, whatever, that has those kind of nasty, I call them nasty, flashing lights. Because why do we have different 20 colors? Red, blue, yellow, green. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't like them. And I also see Jiba says is some creating these instances of psychosis where people are crashing out in violent ways more frequently. Interesting question. Is sun creating these instances of psychosis where people are crashing out in violent ways?
Of course, because now they can remember. I'm have Joby, go to say what's the guy's name? Damn, Geraldo. No, just say tap into They probably Paul now. I can't pronounce his name. Type this on TikTok. Say humans are now a hackable thing. Because this is what we're talking about. That's why they're putting the AI in you. And they can now tap into your damn mind, especially if you don't have melanin, right? So we're gonna go and we're gonna. So we got a few more minutes. We're talking about Project Looking Glass too. This part of it. So that's them trying to hack into you, control you mentally through the nanobots and everything else, because they're trying to stop the awakening of humanity, especially amongst black people, right? So say humans are now a hacker, Amal Harari, whatever his name is. But yeah, he'll tell you, because they can now hack you. They can now put things into your head through their technology. They put them through you through the foods that you eat. All this processed food, everything has nanotech in it now. All your fruits, vegetables, all this shit has nanotech. Goes straight to your brain. So now you're hackable. They hack you. They can have you do anything because they now control your mind. So now you're not getting true frequency from the creator. That you're not wake you up. The vibration, the frequency is no longer. You're now detached from that. But go ahead, Joe. You're reading, then play one of the videos.
All right, and then I also see Tar Karibu. Son, hope you're doing great today. Nice to see Jason Karibu. Jason Jibajaba says, is the demiurge male, female, neither or both?
Is what now?
Is the demiurge male, female, neither or both? That's a question.
That the demiurge is actually supposed. One text, the Dogons are saying that it's masculine. I think also the Gnostics are saying it's masculine too. So yeah, so no, it's not, but it's masculine. That's why everything's male dominated now. They got to start planting. Everything's male dominant. Yeah, it's Remember, it started creating without its feminine half. So that's why you're dealing in a masculine dominated world where it has no balance, where the female's told to shut up and be under the male. So this world has no balance like universal structure. So remember, it said the demiurge started creating without its feminine half, and it threw everything out of balance, right? So yeah, so no, it doesn't have its feminine half. It's just masculine, and that threw everything out of whack because it started creating this realm of existence. Because you, as a co-creator with the creator as a higher form, you start creating your own worlds, your own universes, your own solar system. So it created this solar system, which is out of balance because it didn't have its feminine half. It's already fucking low vibration, out of balance. So when it was creating this out of balance universe, the creator cut it off from true source, from true God. So now it collects energy from us. Let me send these other videos to Joby Tree before we leave that I wanted to play real quick. But go ahead, Joby.
Okay. And then I also see Jibajaba says, and the white man refers to liquor as libations. Also, as the FBAs pour out 40 ounce for your dead homie. I think Americans Greek do that at the funerals. Joby, please share this clip of the water. Thanks. Which one specifically? Kindly highlight, Jibajaba. I'm sorry, I didn't see that when you typed. Be specific on that, then I'm gonna see if I can cue it back for you and share it on the WhatsApp. Also says the Monster Energy drink logo is 66, printed in ancient Hebrew. Funny thing, I've never drunk or taken the Monster Energy. That's one thing I've never been interested in, especially by the name of it. I don't know. Africans are so scared of even by the names. I don't know if it makes sense, but the Monster itself just puts me off. I'm not doing no Monster Energy shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Words. You shouldn't be drinking. Words have certain connotation, and that right on that Monster drink is not no ancient Hebrew.
Even the Red Bull to Niche for teaching us about the Red Bull, what it contains. So I've never taken even a Red Bull Energy. I love the energy drinks that are made in Kenya. I've been drinking energy drinks lately a lot, but the ones from Kenya, they're not good as well. I'm not gonna support them, but I prefer those ones than a Red Bull or a Monster Energy. That's just for me. And they're cheaper for me and affordable. Shit. And Jiba says, we have a code that knows right from wrong instinctively. They do not. I do agree. And also says the Salem witch trials, Massachusetts. I can't pronounce that well. Jiba, I'm sorry. US, they drowned them. And he also adds, I cannot stand this Barnett in a bed TikTok video. Joby, do you wear a BHFN banner? Bonner? Say Bonner or banner? I don't know what you mean.
He's talking about one of them. He's talking about a bonnet.
Oh, bonnet. Oh, no, we don't have BHFN bonnet. Shit. Yeah, we don't have that. But I do have me bonnets. Shit. I do have me a bonnet in the house.
I'm about to say, yeah, I seen you with a bonnet. It's like a pinkish or reddish color, some kind of color.
I got a gray one and a blue one.
It's a blue one? Okay. I know I seen you in a bonnet.
Yeah, and I got me lots of beanie hats. Beanie hats and all that. And then Nate Karibu says, Kid, did you see the article of the U.S. State Department?
Yeah, he's talking about the one with Ibram Torre. Yeah, I don't understand it, so I can't really give any comment on it. I've seen it. I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. So I really got no commentary to do on it.
I discussed this 2 weeks ago. I said that was a fake statement. It was clarified that was a fake statement.
It's fake.
Yeah, Burkina Faso did not sign any health, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense. I'm like, this goes against everything the man believes in. This is crazy. So I didn't understand it. So so Joe cleared it up. It's fake.
Yeah, I talked about that. There's a week I was focused on that subject, particularly just wholly, and I clarified because it didn't make sense to me too. But it's clarified that this is all false information that the mainstream media is trying to push. And then we also have Jiba saying that this is more logic than worshiping a dead white man. I do agree. Is a tablespoon fountain beneficial for wellness? Is a tabletop fountain beneficial for wellness? Know what that means, but Jason says, I drink a gallon of water fast. I let it sit in the sun too. Well, one thing I know, in the morning when you wake up first, drink water. Like, drink water before you drink even anything else. Just drink water. When you wake up, the first thing, drink water, then take the rest of the things you want to take. That's one thing I think, the rule I have in life, or the rule I've understood since I understood spirituality and manifestation. Drink water, speak life into. That's, I think, where we go back to commanding your morning. Drink water, command your morning. You can take some fresh fruits after that, whatever you like of fresh fruits, and the rest of the things can follow up. And then I also see
blink twice. Kids, babies, dogs.
Okay, Jiba Jaba. Okay. That's what's up. A table fountain with the sound of moving water. All right, but cue the videos, Kit. Let me share them as we get.
Yeah, we'll just I'm sending you videos. But play this one, let you know that you're a hackable animal. Just play this a short one of this right here. Them telling that you're hackable. You can now hackable. You're a hackable animal, guys. They now, not if you're black, if you got your melanin, you ain't fucking around. They're saying that you're a hackable animal.
Oh yeah. Let me share. I got these ones that I
here. Yeah, just play
one. Some governments and corporations, for the first time in history, have the power to basically hack human beings. There is a lot of talk about hacking computers, hacking smartphones, hacking bank accounts, but the big story of our era is the ability to hack human beings. And by this I mean that if you have enough data and you have enough computing power, you can understand people better than they understand themselves.
See,
and then you can manipulate them.
Exactly. See how wicked they are? It's all about control. This is a demon right here. This is part of the Rothschild family, right? There's no good goofy bastard here. They think it's okay to hack you if you just have you, because it's about control. See, that's they're trying to stop the awakening so they can control your mind and you do what you're told to do what they tell you to do. So you say, you having your own, watch him say, you having your own dreams, your own thoughts, you trying to manifest shit, that's over. That's over. We're going to control your mind. Just wicked. Go ahead, Joe, let me finish.
In ways which were previously impossible. And in such a situation, the old democratic system stopped functioning. We need to reinvent democracy for this new era in which humans are now hackable animals. The whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. We need to come to terms with the fact that, this is where philosophy meets computer science and biology. But
we warned y'all this was coming, but you didn't listen.
Humans are now hackable animals. The whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over. Free will, that's over.
That's
over. Today, we have the technology to hack human beings on a massive scale. Everything is being digitalized. Everything is being monitored. In this time of crisis, you have to follow science. It's often said that you should never allow a good crisis to go to waste, because a crisis is an opportunity to also do good reforms that in normal times people will never agree to. But in a crisis, you see, we have no chance. So let's do it.
Vaccine won't help us go
the
to
vaccine
the test, of course.
will help us, of course. It will make things, more manageable. Surveillance. People could look back in 100 years and identify the coronavirus epidemic as the moment when a new regime of surveillance took over, especially surveillance.
That's the reason why they were all in Africa doing Irish checks and giving you money for doing evil shit. Especially the poor people. Oh, I'm gonna get a couple shillings to do this. Well, they try to, they try to hack into your find a way to hack into your damn mind. Because being ignorant today is truly scary, because these people run out of time. Try to keep the control. They're based on truly evil, wicked shit, right? So being ignorant today is scary. Being over religious, not know how the world works, is some scary shit, Jack. Because these people wicked. He's telling you, you ain't got no access, you ain't got to control your own mind. We're going to determine your mind. So what? So what? You don't even feel where's the humanity? They don't have any. You're dealing with demons. Anytime you're ever going to hack your mind, so what? You be able to think what you want, that's over. You talk about what to think about this, that's over. Okay, but that's enough of that. We run out of time. And play the first video I sent you. We do this real quick. Okay. We're talking about Project Looking Glass. Before we wrap it up for Joe, we got to get out of here.
I'm hungry. I'm just starving.
What? You starving again?
Yeah, no, I didn't eat today. I'm really hungry.
I thought you went and got something to eat.
No, I went to do shopping. That's what I did.
Oh, shopping.
Yeah, I went to do shopping.
You get the shopping on your way home. Go ahead.
Huh?
I said, I was gonna say you could have been shopping. Said it just did the show on time and been shopping like when you always leave. You always leave and then go do your shopping. Like you always. Joe, that's late.
On Earth built a machine that can see the future.
Okay.
And what they
I stopped doing that because the queue is always super long. I don't do that anymore.
Nope. They tried to break reality itself to escape it. What if every decision, every world event, every manipulation for the last 50 years has been leading to one inevitable outcome they can't control? Because according to multiple whistleblowers, that's exactly what happened. They looked into every possible future, every timeline, every scenario, and they all ended the same way. They lose, we win. So in 2012, they built a 17-mile particle accelerator underground and tried to rip open space-time to create a new timeline where they could stay in control. The Mandela effect, time accelerating.
Guys, remember the
culture
Mandela
endlessly
effect?
recycling.
Now, this video came out yesterday, right after we finished the show. Talk about everything I said, the Mandela effect, how they decided to do CERN. Sounds crazy. Everybody's on the same wavelength. They did CERN to try to stop what they seen in Project Looking Glass, where everything merged and they can't stop the awakening. That's why they went out here with the nanotech and the GMO foods and all that old shit and the VACINEs. Go ahead, Joe.
Reality feeling off. You're not imagining it. You're living in the aftermath of their failed attempt to rewrite the future. By the end of this video, you'll understand why reality feels broken, why they're desperately trying to keep you distracted, and why, no matter what they do, they've already lost. So what exactly is Project Looking Glass? According to multiple whistleblowers, including a microbiologist named Dan Burish, who claims he worked at Area 51's S4 facility, Project Looking Glass was a classified military program that began in the 1970s and continued through the early 2000s. It wasn't a time machine, but a device that allowed us to view probable future outcomes to any given scenario. The Looking Glass device was described as a large, ringed apparatus that looks like something between a particle accelerator and a Stargate. At its center was what insiders called the yellow cube. The machine worked by creating a controlled distortion in space-time, essentially bending light and gravity to peer into what might happen days, months, or years in the future. Operators could input different scenarios and variables, and the device would project probable outcomes. Think of it like a quantum computer combined with a crystal ball running simulations of reality itself. Some researchers claim the technology was reverse engineered from ancient Sumerian cylinder seals, suggesting this knowledge is thousands of years old. Others say it came from recovered alien artifacts during projects like Roswell. Either way, according to testimony, by the 1970s, this technology was operational at a facility in Nevada, and the military-industrial complex had been quietly using it to make strategic decisions about everything from geopolitics to economic policy. They were essentially playing chess with the future, but the game was rigged in their favor, and for a while it worked. But then something unexpected happened. Around the year 2000, operators of Project Looking Glass started noticing something impossible. No matter what variables they changed, no matter what decisions they simulated, all probable futures began converging on a single point in time. December 21st, 2012. You know that date. The Mayan calendar, the supposed end of the world. According to multiple testimonies, when operators tried to look past 2012, the machine showed nothing but static. The future simply stopped. Or more accurately, it became impossible to predict. The elites who had been using this technology to manipulate world events allegedly went into what one source called
It wasn't end of the world, it was end of an eon. End of the age of Pisces, going into a new eon, going into the age of Aquarius. That's what it had nothing to do. So they took all these ancient texts from ancient and they mistranslated them. When they said the end of an eon, not the end of the world, the end of the eon. Go ahead, Joe.
Because for the first time, they couldn't see what was coming. They couldn't manipulate the outcome. Some researchers believe this convergence represented one of three possibilities. Option 1, an extinction-level event, solar flares, pole shift, nuclear war, something that would wipe the slate clean. Option 2, a technological singularity, the emergence of artificial intelligence so advanced that human models of prediction become obsolete. Option 3, a consciousness shift, humanity reaching some kind of spiritual awakening or dimensional ascension that fundamentally changes the rules of reality.
2 cities, 1 night.
No, my AI.
2 cities.
No, my
2 cities.
AI.
One.
My AI guy, you guys are gonna say that's
Hey,
my
hey, you got your AI guy in Looking Glass. They got this guy everywhere. So this AI guy's in the Project Looking Glass too.
Let me try the second one. Shit. My internet is buffering, so my bad. Sorry, guys. That's the
This AI guy doing everything. So this been a project. Wait, Joe. So this is a video, guys. I want you guys to look there. This is a video with the Easter eggs. So I want you guys to see. They're showing you, they know 9/11 was done by the cats with the hats, right? So I want you guys to look at and see how many Easter eggs you guys can find. Jovi's not going to find out. Jovi wasn't even alive. Well, Jovi was 2 years old when this happened. So Jovi's not going to get all the Easter eggs. You guys are old enough to get all the Easter eggs in here. What's going on, all the people? Most of us, some of them I couldn't guess. What the hell is that? So I'm going to Jovi start this from the beginning. See if you guys can find the Easter eggs and what is this video telling you?
Okay.
We're going to start from the beginning, Jovi. Look closely, guys. And they go straight to the end. Who owns all the media? 9/11, 2001. It blew up the towers. See, pause it. See, the guys in Afghanistan, right? You guys see the poppy fields, got them guarding the drugs, because they control all the drugs on the planet. Then they're gonna go back to America and show you all the drugs on the streets. Everybody's all fucked up because they're the ones doing it. Go ahead, Joe. We're going to Afghanistan, invading Afghanistan, next to Iran. Now we're trying to go to Iran, but that's Afghanistan guarding the drug fields. Go ahead, Joby. See right there? That's President Bush and them.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein, that's right. See, pause it, see that? They go pause it. They go to Jewish fake movers who were all in 9/11. The ones who knew what was going on. Those are Mossad agents. And no one knew. No, they let them go. They had nothing to do with it. Of course, they had everything to do because they did it. Right? So we got the Mossad agents right there that the FBI let go, who actually were involved in blowing up the tower. Not no fucking Iraq and no Afghanistan got us in them poppy fields. They did it. Go ahead, Joe. I don't know who the hell that's supposed to be right there. But I know right there we got I think we got President Kennedy with Marilyn Monroe. We got President Johnson right there. We got President Nixon right there. I don't know the dude's supposed to be singing. I don't get that part. But you got to go back and over again. But I don't know who that dude's supposed to be. Go ahead.
Jabba, I'm sending it. This is the one you're requesting. I'm sending it right now on the WhatsApp.
It tell you everything that's going on, of course, secretly. And that's Charlie Manson. Yeah, pause it. We didn't pause it. We know that's Diddy, and they go Usher. They about to fuck little Justin Bieber, and the booty just destroys career, right? They about to go fuck him, right? So we know they both fucked him. So we know we seeing he's about to get molested and shit. And look at, yeah, little boy, about to go up in your booty, boy. Ooh, so So we know what we're looking at there. That's the Diddy party with Usher. You know, Usher and Diddy with this little boy's booty. You go ahead, Joey. And I know what this one as far as that. So remember, this is Judd. What's that guy's name that was on All in the Family? Reiner. This is Carl Reiner's. Whatever the Reiner guy's son who murdered his ass. Him who got up and murdered his mother and his dad. Carl Reiner was his dad, wasn't it? Rob Reiner. This is Rob Reiner's son getting up and then going to, remember he murdered his mom and dad last year, like in November, December. He massacred their ass in their beds. So I know what this one is. This is Rob Reiner's son in the bed as he get up that night and goes murders Rob Reiner and his wife. Go ahead, Joby. He murders his dad and his mother. The Obamas, so we know Obama and them are all involved in all this wicked shit. They fuck kids, eat babies too. His fake Kenyan ass, right? And the dude, the man with the fucked up head, Michael, Big Mike. So we know he's involved in all this shit, all this wicked shit. That's a fact. He's involved in all this wicked shit, right? They got this motherfucker part of all these rituals and shit with the Pizzagate and the fucking of babies and eating them. Obama's and all that shit. Go ahead, Joe. Pause it. So now we got cross-dressing as Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky, until they found a nut on her dress, of my penis gum. So they got Bill Clinton and they go Hillary Clinton next to him. Got Bill Clinton in a dress. Go ahead, Joe. So they got that. That's because that's Gaza. That's them blowing up Gaza. A lot of stuff I missed. I said, what is that? What's that got to do with anything? And that's bulldozer Gaza, I'm sure, some shit. And pause it. Then we show they own all the media, CNN, Netflix, they own all of it, all over the world. So all the media, you see TikTok up there, they own all of it. So we know what this means. They own everything you listen to is lies and propaganda. So we know what that is. Go ahead, Joe.
Dude, walking without a mouth is hard.
Calm down. They got Trump, some kind of weird ass dress of kings. See, pause it. Like the guy said, that's Project Looking Glass. So we know they're all in Project looking through Project Looking Glass, try to see what happened in the future. So that's Project Looking Glass right there. I'm like, God, they got that. I know that. That's Project Looking Glass. Go ahead, Joe. I don't know about all that other shit. About Project Looking Glass again. So Project Lake, so we know if Project Glass don't work no more, they get fucked. So that's the part I know at the end. A lot of stuff I don't know either, but good. That's it. Look at Joey. Look at Joey looking crazy. I don't know what that crazy shit was about.
Okay, should I continue with the rest of the tour? Should we wrap it up there? Time is super gone. It's almost
No, that's it, Joey. That's it. That's the last one, I think, ain't it?
No, we had 2 more, but it's almost 11 p.m.
Yeah. I gotta get Joby out of here. Yeah, let's go. That's good. That's good. That's it, Joby.
I don't wanna get lion down
Yeah.
there. We live in a wild animal area. It's crazy out here. So
Yeah.
I like to get home safe. I started late, so that's my bad. Of course, we should have maybe covered up all that, but still we got to cover up what's important. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Jabba shared the video. I hope you got it, and let me know maybe the other one. I think you said you got it. Yeah, the other one you were looking for. I also see you were saying that Lewinsky dressed as an IDF soldier. Also says that's the American citizen Israel bulldozer.
Oh, that's what he. Okay, yeah, okay. He had Lewinsky's dress on. Oh shit. Okay, Clinton had the dress with the nut stain. I didn't think about that. Forgot. That's why he was sitting there with the dress on. He had Lewinsky's nut when he nutted on her dress instead of her mouth. When he nutted on her dress. Okay, yeah, that's the dress. Oh, thanks. I'm like, why is this motherfucker sitting up with the dress on? That's the nut. That's the dress with the nut on it. All right, thanks, Jimmy. Go ahead, Jimmy. Sorry.
Yeah, and I won't allow no monkey drink my water. I've not seen monkeys in my balcony in a minute, man. That's a good reminder. I've not seen monkeys on my balcony in a minute. I can tell you they're around. Yeah, because monkeys always like on my balcony.
I used to see them on your balcony. I wonder why. Must not be feeling your negative energy.
Hell no. I got me the cat that loves coming around. Monkeys do. I think they have a season. They just pop out sometime. You see them like around at the apartment. They're always just everywhere at the apartment, just popping around. But yeah, that's what's up. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful weekend, family. Thank you so much for keeping up with Blackout Fire Network. Can you remember to donate on our donation site? That is the Cash App, Mr. Blackout Fire Network.
Donate if you can. Every little bit helps.
Yes, we do appreciate that. It keeps the light going, literally the internet going, a lot going. The bills here are not cheap. Bills are not cheap here as much as you guys want to see.
They're not cheap and they don't stop. Shit.
So much love. Of yourselves. A beautiful weekend. Take care. Do what you're not gonna regret. Do what you can't regret. Just have a good time and be safe out there. And
hey, if you guys get a chance, guys not on YouTube, on Instagram, go check out Joby's TikTok page. It's actually got some good stuff finally. Got her eating good food and looking all professional, smiling, and I ain't gotta listen to no crazy rap. That must be just for goddamn Instagram and damn Snapchat. So cool.
Smiling. Man, I've been there. I think for this month especially, I've been laughing a lot. I've just been laughing a lot, smiling. I'm always smiling, kid.
No, that's what I'm saying. You smiling. They went to a conference. I see Joby just smiling, and they was eating good stuff. They just it's like a real nice video. It don't got that crazy rap shit in it. So those videos I like with them and Shemine just normal. I don't want to hear no. Joby's claiming about Ebonics. Joby be go to our Instagram page. I'm sure you guys see some Ebonics rapping shit on there. I ain't seen none of it. Thank God, because I ain't been on Instagram. Damn, they took our Instagram account back October. So I ain't been on Instagram shit in 6 months, and I ain't missed none of it. I don't even be on that shit.
I was saying we're talking about some of the addictions that people have, and I was saying one of mine is Instagram. That is my addiction. I'm not gonna lie. I love Instagram.
There you go. Joby be on Instagram. There you go. I don't shit. I don't Man, you won't find me on no Instagram. Now maybe TikTok is my obsession. I don't think I'm obsessed with no social media, but I had to be on even though they got some new ones, some new social media I haven't been on, but I'm not really addicted to social media, but I do like TikTok before they start censoring it. But now, take it or leave it. But Instagram, I find that shit boring. There's always some girl want to show me that's sadly, TikTok's becoming like that. Why do women, let me tell you something before we leave. You showing somebody your body and showing somebody your ass, it turns men off, okay? Except the low class men. I don't want to see your butt cheeks. You look at my butt cheeks, look at this. No, sorry to tell you, man wants to know what you can offer more upstairs. What's your intellect? Yeah, you got a nice body. Okay, good. Most African women do, especially if you're not in America eating fucked up food. That's the dirty secret. African women take this. Most African women have nice bodies. If they're eating a regular diet, so you're not special with your body because you got a nice little booty and you got a nice body. Most African women do. Sorry. How's your mind? What's your mind like? Okay. Like goddamn, every damn bitty want to show me your booty. Keep your booty. Keep that. Look at my booty. Ooh, look at my booty. And I don't even know what there's on Snapchat. I think a lot of people. I don't know. Nobody's on Snapchat. I don't know what that Snapchat is even. What do you do on there? I don't understand the Snapchat shit.
Snaps. You take snaps. Goddamn, I love me Snapchat every goddamn.
see. And Joey says my name is on. I ain't got that shit on my phone. How my name even on that shit? It ain't on my damn phone.
I've been seeing Keith Newsome is on Snapchat. That's my youngest son. That's Junior, but he don't go by Keith Newsome. So I don't know. Yeah, he don't go by that name. So yeah, I don't know how they got me on Snapchat. I don't know what Snapchat does. Anyway, much love. I don't get it. Can't go live. I'm like, what are you doing? Just snapping pictures of shit? I don't know. That you know Snapchat some CIA shit. You just snapping where you at. Look at me. Look at this. Look at my food. Go ahead, Joey. And you're gonna post it on other socials. That's what we do. So much love. Have a good weekend, family. Take care, and see you guys Sunday, same time, same place, right here on the media of the 21st century. JOBY signs out with me. Peace, and we out.
That's what's up.